Have you ever paused during your chanting practice and wondered, who exactly am I calling out to? When you say Amitabha, is it a plea to some distant deity? Or could it be, astonishingly, a calling inward? Welcome back to the channel, where we explore not just spiritual practices, but the profound truths hidden within them. Today, we are going to open a doorway to one of the most radical ideas in spiritual life, that when you chant Amitabha, you're not calling someone else, we're calling yourself. Yes, you heard that right. This is not a metaphor, nor is it poetic language. It is the essence of the non-duality of self and other. A truth so deep and transformative that if you truly internalize it, your entire relationship with spiritual practice and yourself will change. Let's begin with a question that challenges everything we think we know. When you chant Amitabha, are you praying to an external godlike being? Or are you invoking a part of you that's already awakened, already complete, already whole? In Mahayana Buddhism, Amitabha Buddha symbolizes the infinite light and the infinite life. But what does that really mean? Is he a literal being in a paradise far away, or is he the awakened state within you that exists beyond time, beyond death, beyond ego? Imagine this: you sit in stillness, you chant the sacred name. With each repetition, your mind begins to quiet, your breath slows, your heart softens. What's happening here? Is this a miracle coming from outside, or a shift rising from within? The ancient teachers say that Amitabha is not out there. Amitabha is the ultimate expression of your own pure nature, the part of you that has never been stained by fear, anger, or desire. The part of you that remembers peace even in pain, that holds compassion even in chaos, that chooses clarity even in confusion. Let me tell you the story of a practitioner named Kaitu. Kaitu was a devoted follower of Pure Line Buddhism. Every day he chanted for hours, praying to be reborn in the Western Pure Line. Yet he felt distant from Amitabha. The more he chanted, the more he doubted. One day, he sought out an old teacher and confessed, "I've been calling out to Amitabha for 10 years, but I feel no connection." The teacher replied, "Because you are calling him like he's a stranger." Stunned, Kaitu asked, "Then who is he?" The teacher smiled, "He's you, the real you, the one that was never born and never dies." From that day on, Kaitu's chanting changed. It became a conversation with his own heart, not begging, but remembering, not asking, but awakening. This is the power of realization. When you chant with the understanding that you are invoking your own Buddha nature, every sound becomes a key, unlocking the prison of duality. The line between devotee and deity dissolves. There is no more me and him. There is only this luminous presence, this awakened awareness. And this is not just theory. Neuroscience now supports what ancient sages have taught for centuries. Your brain changes based on intention. When you chant with the belief that you are small and unworthy, your nervous system tightens. But when you chant with the conviction that you are remembering your divine nature, your entire physiology relaxes, opens, harmons. Think about it. When a child cries "Mama," it's not just a word. It's an expression of need, trust, and connection. When you cry out Amitabha with sincerity, it's the same. Now imagine the moment when the child realizes they are no longer lost because the mother is within. That moment is called awakening. Let's go even deeper. In some traditions, the practice is called calling the Buddha's name. But the name is not just a label. It is a vibration, frequency, doorway. The syllables of Amitabha carry more than sound. They carry memory, out of this life, but of the unchanging truth that has been with you long before birth, and will remain long after death. When you chant, you are not begging. You are remembering. You are not seeking rescue. You're waking up. You're not giving your power away. You're reclaiming it. Let me tell you the story of a woman named Elise. She began chanting after the death of her husband. In her grief, she turned to the name of Amitabha as a lifeline. First, she felt numb, and weeks of sorrow, and silence. But one night, in the middle of our chanting, something shifted. He said it felt as if the sound of the name was no longer coming from her lips, but from everywhere. The walls, the air, her very bones. In that moment, she said, Tainu, wasn't chanting to Amitabha, was chanting from Amitabha. Act shift, when you stop chanting to and start chanting from, is the essence of non-duality. And it's not reserved for mystics or monks. It's available to you. I know. You are willing to drop the story of separation. You are ready to stop seeing yourself as broken, fallen, incomplete, and instead, see yourself as the Buddha returning to the Buddha, the drop returning to the ocean, the echo returning to its source. You might ask, but if Amitabha is me, why do I still suffer? Because you haven't fully accepted it. It's one thing to chant the name. It's another to become the name. To breathe it, to walk it, to embody it in every thought, every step, every gesture. That's when the world changes. Not because the world becomes different, but because you do. And when you change, you start to see Amitabha everywhere. The smile of a stranger, the wind through the trees, and the stillness before sleep. You realize that heaven isn't a distant realm, it's here. Hidden in plain sight, waiting to be seen for awakened eyes. So next time you chant, don't do it like a ritual. Do it like a homecoming. Feel the sound not as a plea, but as a pulse. Not as a mantra, but as your mother tongue. Not as repetition, but as remembrance. And if you ever feel doubt, just return to this truth. Amitabha is not a concept, not a statue, not a myth. Amitabha is the truth of who you are when all fear falls away. You are not chanting to be saved. You are chanting to remember you were never lost. You are not chanting to be purified. You are chanting to unveil the purity that was always there. You are not chanting to earn grace. You are chanting because grace is your nature. Thank you for watching this video. If this message sparks something inside you, share it, like, comment, and subscribe. Let us build a community where we don't just chant the name, we live it. And if you wish to support this work, become a member of this channel. You always chant from truth. You always return to yourself. You always walk the path knowing you are already home.
Before you leave, here's something special. In Buddhism, we believe that every encounter carries a deeper meaning. Would you like to discover your true soul connection, the one written into your destiny? Take the soulmate test today and unveil the hidden truths of your journey. Click the link below and begin your path now. http://soulmate. You wisdom more, come, white.